Hello viewers, welcome back to Let's Play the Catacomb. We are where we left off in the 12th tomb. And what will await us here? Yikes. A dragon. I'm going to use a bolt on this guy. And just take him out like that. Perfect. The Tomb of Disparal. Now that's a little bit interesting, because Disparal, if you've ever played any of the Heretic or Hexen series, Disparal was one of the Serpent Riders and the final boss of the original Heretic. I'm quite sure that's not a coincidence. These are the friends of Disparal, apparently. Okay. Whoa, we are about to die. Problematic. Right, we're going to want to be... Right, this bit is just going to be really annoying, so I'm going to use some nukes. No, I'm not, because we have died. We have died. We get caught up there. So... we will be, for the first time in the playthrough, loading the game. Returning to the start of level 12, where we left off. Fortunately, this game has a save function. So, we will basically continue as we were. We're going to need to watch out for these little ninja dudes. They are really freaking annoying, and they get you really stuck at this bit. It's very easy to get surrounded by these guys. So once again, we're just gonna nuke, potion, nuke. We got a bunch of potions for our trouble there, that's good. 21 floors below the palace begins the Inferno. We are headed to the Inferno. Abandon every hope, ye that enter. We will save the game. Yes, that sounds quite ominous. The gates of hell, no solicitors. Whoa! And yes, this is the point when things really start to get a little bit out of control. We're in Circle 1. Virtuous heathens and computer programmers. And Sharon has gone fishing, apparently. Entering level 22. Yeah, and we're immediately stuck up against a wall by an ogre. Circle 2, the lascivious. They all have bad headaches there, apparently. Right, we are getting pummeled by these guys. Ooh, this is not going too well. This guy is not staying put. One thing that you might have noticed is there's significantly less health potion power-ups floating around here. And there's a lot of enemies, a lot of very tough enemies that like to shoot fireballs at us. Right, we're going to need a key to get out of here. Whoa! Yes. And we're going to pick up some extra health potions just because they've been nice enough to give us a couple here. We almost died there because I wasn't paying attention to my health. Grab these, and then we will head down to the Oh, geez, then one of these guys is still around. Thought I'd got them all. Apparently not. Entering level 23, and we're immediately under attack. Circle 3, the Gluttons. Now they are gluttons for punishment. And so are you for reading these signs. Yep, these guys are all going to be coming to attack us. Yeah, at this point we're going to start getting a little bit less strict about our use of nukes. Okay, we're now going to have to make our way past these things. Of course, in the process, we're going to also have to fight our way past these guys, which is not fun. It's a little bit messy. Some health potions, and we're out of here. We're on to level 24. Save the game. Okay, Circle 4, the Avaricious and the Prodigal. And these guys, apparently. Rock stars who sell soda. Donald Trump. Right, this is getting a little bit silly. We have multiple dragons, and we're dead. Dead because I wasn't paying attention to my health enough. So we're going to reload the game. It's possibly going to be a common occurrence for the last little stage. And we're back where we were. Well, that was exciting. Quite a lot of dragons and stuff there. And this looks like the way out to level 25. We will save the game. The Circle 5, the Wrathful. And we have Can. Yes. Very clever. Ooh. This guy's getting on the wrong side of us. I don't like it when that happens. And there's a key inside that. Oh crap, it's open, it's open. Right, we got the key. Take it we're going to be able to use that somewhere nearby. There's ninjas. I hate these guys so much. Oh jeez. Right, we're becoming a wee bit more liberal with the use of scrolls as this goes on. Hopefully we won't run out. We're now entering level 26. And again, we will save the game. We're going to be doing this pretty much every level for obvious reasons. Circle 6, Heretics. Whoa, jeez. If one of these guys gets up close to you, you're practically dead in seconds, and there's so many of them. Yeah, so this is the heretics. We've got disgruntled atheists, Galileo, Nietzsche, Copernicus, and others exercising free thought. Yeah. Right, we need a key. I'm going to assume that's going to be in this direction. Whoa! Cool, a whole bunch of stuff. And a key. There we go. We can grab that and make our way to the door. Entering level 27. Again, save the game. So this is Circle 7, the Violent. This looks nasty, this place. I think possibly the best solution to this bit is to go in all guns blazing and just try and take these guys out as quickly as we freaking can. And hope that we don't run out of scrolls. Really don't want to run out of scrolls. We're getting a little bit crazy with our use of them here. And that would be that. We're now entering level 28. Circle 8, the Fraudulent. Politicians and weathermen, apparently. Oh, a little bit stuck there. Oh, yikes. Money-grubbing preachers. Oh. And we have a portal to level 29. And we're going to save the game again. The Treacherous, the final circle, Circle 9. Whoa! We didn't want to happen, we were software publishers. Yes, gotta be pretty careful here. Whoa. For further reading, the Inferno by Dante. Ooh, this is getting crazy here. I'm trying to just pay attention to my health just to make sure that it doesn't drop too low. It's unfortunately the one thing with this game, because the button mapping basically is B for bolt, N for nuke. The spacebar will do a potion, but it's quite tricky to make sure you're pressing the right buttons. Is this like a person? Oh, there's a whole bunch of dragons. Hitler. Oh, jeez. Surrounded again. We're running out of bolts, but we You don't have too much further to go, I don't believe. The way into this. There's 2 portals here. Gonna go for that one. We are at the treasure room of Terexin. Interestingly enough, the Terexin's one of the characters in Hocus Pocus, and he has a lot of treasure rooms in that game as well. It's quite an obvious reference as well. Pretty sure that's not coincidental. We can grab all of this treasure, and look at our score going up there. It's glorious. We have reached the treasure room, and it is wonderful. In fact, I'm going to actually save the game, because I can see there's a lot of enemies in that next room, and I'm assuming I'm going to have to go in there at some point. Whoa! Yep, those guys have opened the wall for us. That's not particularly convenient. We want to grab all of this treasure. Whoa, whoops, there's still a whole bunch of these guys. Nuke, 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 nuke. Right, we are out of nukes. We are almost out of bolts as well. And there is still dragons, and there's still ninjas. This is not good. Taking that one out. There's more up here. I think we got him. Oh, there's hundreds of them. There's hundreds. There's hundreds. This is really bad. There's hundreds. Hundreds of dragons and ninjas. They're everywhere. And we've no longer got any scrolls to use to take them out, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we've got with our typical charged shot here. Making it a little trickier than it might have been. Fortunately, we're not running out of health potions anytime soon by the looks of it. Okay, is there anything else up at the top? It doesn't look like it particularly. So with that, we can head for the exit. Congratulations! One as skilled as yourself deserves the 10 million gold you pulled out of the palace. As you can see, it seems we're having a little bit of a tough time carrying it out there. Yes, we have made it. Let us know what you enjoyed about this game so we can give you more of it. Thank you for playing. Game over. And we have the top score. And we have a score of 1,134,700. Yep, that is that. We have completed the game. We have made it to the end. It was quite a tough ride, especially those later parts. But that's it. That is the Catacomb. This has been quite an enjoyable game. It's quite tough. Especially compared to the first Catacomb game, which was relatively simple, relatively straightforward. This one gets pretty difficult, especially towards the end. If you haven't stocked up on scrolls and potions from the earlier levels, you're going to be in for a really, really tough time towards the end of the game. With the right planning, going back and forth between levels to pick up scrolls and potions, it's perfectly doable. It just needs a lot of potion spamming going on at the end there. The game's pretty notable because it's you can do a lot of the stuff that you can do, strafing around like this. That's something that went on. Basically, I mean, this game was obviously a direct predecessor to Catacomb 3D, which itself was a direct predecessor to Wolfenstein 3D, which led to Doom. So, I mean, you could really argue this game kind of started everything. This is where a lot of that stuff actually came from, and a lot of the actual gameplay mechanics, walking around shooting at huge hordes of enemies. A lot of those core gameplay mechanics are really carried on just in a kind of more three-dimensional environment in the later games. So it's a pretty important game, if a little obscure these days. It was good fun to play through it. You can get this on GOG.com as part of the Catacomb pack. I believe that's still up for sale on there. It comes with all the Catacomb games, including the 2D and 3D ones. So it's a pretty fun game to play through. Not the prettiest game I've ever seen in my life, but it's part of the graphics of the time. It's a very early PC game, so not a huge amount of expectation there in terms of graphical fidelity. It's a fun game. It's good to kind of blast through, and you could probably get crazy high scores if you wanted to, just by going back through levels repeatedly and picking up more and more points. So there's that as well. Makes the high score ultimately quite meaningless, but never mind. Anyway, so that was the Catacomb. We'll be moving on to the Catacomb trilogy next time we come to the Catacomb games. So we've previously played through Catacomb 3D on the channel, which is Catacomb 3. We'll be moving on to the Catacomb trilogy, which is a trilogy of 3D games that were released by Soft Disc, starting with the Catacomb Abyss. And those games are pretty fun, so I'll be doing that at some point. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough. If you have, give us a like, leave us some feedback in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Thank you for watching once again, and I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you later.